Welcome back to another episode of What the Fuck Are the Planets Doing Today? I'm your host, Brooke, and how you feeling? Are you feeling all right? Let me tell you, this right here, I'm just trying to be like, show up. I'm just trying to show up. It's intense for me, okay? All right, so the sun is officially at 9 degrees of Scorpio, and earlier this morning was in a grand water trine with the moon. The moon will conjunct the north node at 13:43 p.m. Eastern time zone. So check your time zone to see when that's going to be happening for you, okay, depending on where you're at in the world. Now, every time the nodes are aspected in any way, there's fated things that happen. There's fated things that transpire. Okay? They are the nodes of fate, right? So, at 13:43 p.m., that's 1:43 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, the moon will conjunct the north node and trine Poseidon and Kronos. So, there's been a lot building up on the water. There was a ton of breaking news in regards to that. I have not dropped my receipts, but I do plan on doing that as soon as I record this. So, be on the lookout. Now, Mars is starting off the day in a trine, still with Saturn and Jupiter and Neptune. And at 21:39, this is going to be at 9:39 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, Mars is going to move to 28 degrees. Lilith is also going to move to 28 degrees, and they are going to be almost in that exact trine with Neptune. So what's really going on behind the scenes? Now, as these two get closer together for their conjunction, pay attention to your emotions. As I have mentioned before, Mars and Lilith, to me, is a very similar energy, specifically in Scorpio. Like very vindictive. I'm gonna burn you. I'm not afraid to set shit on fire and walk away, okay? And when they come together, it's going to be magnified. So, a lot of headstrong, a lot of I'm going to go in the direction that I want to go in. I want to bulldoze things, okay? So, be mindful of your energy, specifically with the moon aspecting the north node and in that grand water trine with Poseidon and Kronos. Now at 23:34, we're going to have Venus move to 24 degrees and we'll be in that exact Cardinal T Square with Chiron and Jupiter. Going to be conjuncting Zeus. So there could be a lot of residual wounds brought up to the surface. Are you spiritually bypassing, or are you actually doing the work that needs to be done for your own healing? We've had Jupiter in that exact square with Chiron for a hot minute, okay? So you want to take an honest look at the role that you play in your own healing journey, okay? There could be some wounds that are brought up to the surface as far as money. There could be disruption in the stock market. There could be disruption in crypto. It could be painful because Chiron does represent the wounds, okay? We could also hear of people possibly not even being here, wounds, Chiron, okay, within the military. There could be something that's brought up there as well. All right, specifically with this opposition. On the highest aspect, focus on your healing journey. Are you doing everything that you need to be doing in order to clear karma, in order to heal generational trauma, karma? all those things, right? Bring the focus into the self. What role are you playing with your within your relationships? Do you have balanced relationships? Are they one-sided? Or do you say yes when you need to be saying no? Okay, this could go either way depending on where you're at in your journey. If you got a lot of Libra, it's easy to put other people first, okay? If you don't have a lot of Libra, Aries can be very selfish. So, what role are you playing? Are your relationships balanced? Do you need to reevaluate how you show up in your relationships? There could also be a lot of awakenings as far as your gifts are concerned with all this energy in Scorpio, all this energy in Cancer, and all this energy in Pisces, all right? So, Mercury is officially at 2 degrees of Sag. Now, I'm telling you guys, this one has been a struggle for me. It's really hard for me to stay focused. Like, it feels like ADHD. There's just way too much to do. Okay? I've told you guys numerous times there's 2 transits with Mercury that affect me the most. Sag and Pisces. And we're going to have Mercury in Sag for a hot minute, and it's going to station in retrograde and go back into Scorpio. So, still in that opposition with Uranus. As I told you all yesterday, there would be a ton of breaking news, and there was. Yeah, a lot. There was a lot of breaking news yesterday. So, that opposition isn't quite exact, so we could still see a little bit more of that today. There could also be arguments. You know, we could also hear of a lot of revolutionary things that are happening. Specifically, there were some that transpired last night. I've already dropped the receipts for this in DC. So, give me one card for the energy for today, please. I am going to be holding my Taurus full moon healing circle on the 5th. You can find the link to join on my website, 12thhousequeenbee.com, under the events tab. So we got the Page of Cups. Yeah. Pages are youthful energy, and to me, when I see the Page of Cups, this is almost like meeting somebody and being like, I kind of like you. I want to be your girlfriend, or I want to be your boyfriend. And this could also be a little bit of crush energy. And I love that the 9 of Wands come out with the 9 of Cups, okay? So, is there somebody that you are possibly interested in? Is there... And it doesn't even have to be a person. It could be, okay, I'm ready to have this new love feeling. I'm ready to offer my cup of love to someone because I've done the work, and this is part of my wishes. This is part of my hopes. This is part of my dreams. This is the direction that I want to go in. Remember, 9's completion. You've done it. You're ready. You're ready to go in that direction, okay? And then right after that, I've got the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands represents putting the burden down of the weight of carrying the harvest because you're about to get the money, honey, okay? He's taking that harvest to the market to get money. So definitely going in the right direction. Keep believing in the seeds that you've planted, specifically if you're ready for a new relationship. I know this has been a theme. This has been a big conversation I've had with multiple people that are single. So continue believing, continue planting the seeds and nurturing and watering those seeds because it's getting close to time for them to come up for harvest. Okay? All right. I love you guys. I hope these messages find you well, and I'll see you soon for another update. Bye.